It is our pleasure and delight to have our chief guest among us, Shri Nikitu Iralu, a social worker and activist for healing and restoration of lives in society. Sir, we are sincerely grateful that you have joined us to grace this occasion despite your demanding schedule. Your presence adds great significance to this Induction cum Fresher'S Day program, and with deep respect in our hearts, we welcome you. I am also honored to welcome all the dignitaries who have joined us to grace this occasion. I also extend a warm welcome to our Dean, Professor Dr. Somya Chakrabarti, whose leadership and vision continue to guide our institution forward. On behalf of all the seniors, the second and the third year, I extend a warm and heartfelt welcome to each of you freshers as you begin your journey with us. As you take your first steps here in this institution, remember that Nimsr is not only a place of learning, but a community where dreams are built, values are nurtured, and lifelong bonds are formed. We wholeheartedly welcome you to this family. We look forward to walk alongside you, to guide you, to celebrate every success with you, and to support you through your setback. We, your seniors, still remember our first day and our initial months filled with curiosity, excitement, and a whole lot of nervousness. But soon, we found professors, mentors, friends, and experiences that guided us toward learning and are still doing and filled our lives with purpose. You too will. We are privileged to be learning under the guidance of our professors, the unwavering dedication, passion for teaching, and genuine care for every student's growth form the backbone of our institution. We hope you're finding your classes with them both engaging and inspiring, and you recognize the dedication they put to guiding you toward your growth. As I conclude this welcome address, I invite each of you to truly enjoy the rest of today's program. The program has been thoughtfully arranged not only to celebrate your arrival, but also to entertain you and to extend a warm welcome as you embark on this distinguished journey. May this evening set the tone for your journey ahead, filled with inspiration, laughter, and a sense of belonging to our family. We wish you courage to face the challenges, and may each of you nurture the spirit of empathy and kindness. May your years ahead be enriched with friendships of enduring warmth. Once again, welcome to our family Nimsr. We look forward to sharing countless memories and achievements together. Thank you.
full of questions, be the heartbeat that answers. Good evening, everyone. I'm Nitesh Pawar from Hyderabad. Coming back to my name, Nitesh, which means Master of Models and Principles. In being here in Nimsr, I'm going to try and live up to my name. Stepping into this beautiful college, in these beautiful hills of Nagaland, feels like stepping into a new chapter. And it's a bit exciting to be here. I guess I would like to say that the place here inspires dedication, discipline, and commitment to work. And the people here are so nice, and I actually love this place. It's a bit cold here, but my excitement is definitely high. I'm truly grateful to be here and eagerly waiting for the opportunities and difficulties, and I'm going to embrace them. So, thank you. Thank you, Jess.
The feeling that I am enough does not mean that I have nothing more to learn or achieve. It means that I accept, value, and respect myself. I am perfectly imperfect and powerful beyond measure. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Helen Chila, your contestant number 21, and today I am representing the beautiful Rengma community. I am immensely grateful for the opportunity of contesting for the first ever Miss Fresher'S Nimsr. I like having my own me time, immersing in the peace and tranquility of nature with a little bit of journaling. Aside from my ambition of becoming a doctor, I aspire to become a person who is humble, compassionate, and resilient, and who lives as an inspiration for others. Thank you, and have a wonderful afternoon, everyone.
Confidence is not walking into a room thinking you are better than everyone else. It's walking in knowing you don't have to compare yourself to anyone at all. Good afternoon, everyone. Our esteemed guests of honor, respected dean, professors, judges, anchors, and my fellow students. My name is Chang Kamla Chang, your contestant number 23, and I'm honored to be here representing the vibrant Lota community and showcasing their colorful traditional attire. An interesting fact that not many people know about me is that I'm an animal person. There is something about animals that brings me so much joy, and caring for them has taught me to be a better person and also to care for others, because no act of kindness, no matter how small, is ever wasted. As I embark on this incredible medical journey, I aspire to be a healer who embodies the qualities of compassion, kindness, humility, and excellence. I aspire to be a person who strives to make progress and a powerful impact on everyone around me. Thank you. Have a lovely evening, everyone.
Don't be pushed by the fears in your mind, be led by the dreams in your heart. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Risana Tundung, representing the Chang community. I'm grateful to be standing here in front of all of you, and I'm thankful for the opportunity that has been given to me. I love listening to music and baking, as these are the two things which helps my mind be at ease. I hope you all have a lovely afternoon. Thank you.
This is a wonderful opportunity, and I'm extremely delighted to be here. And I do not know, truly speaking, what are the program, what will happen. So as it has been unfolding in front of me, I am bewildered, amazed, surprised. It's indeed a starry beginning, and I hope we will have a starry ending for this match also. Let me tell, when we started in 2023, we really didn't have an opportunity to have a good freshers welcome. We had it, but on a much lower scale. 2024, we tried arranging it, but there was some difficulty and we couldn't pursue it. I'm very sorry for that. 24 batch, you are also still a fresher to me. For this 25 batch, we progress, gradually progress. This is one sign of progress. Please do not think that this is a mere program. This is knowing each other, building a rapport, team building, senior-junior union, and also building a rapport with the faculty, doctors, staff, secretaries, government officials, and also senior people who are working day and night in our society. One of them is none other than Iralu sir, who gave us precious time to be here. Thank you, sir. Thank you, the guests who have arrived. Thank you, sir. You have been a support to Nimsr from its grey days to a brighter sunny day today. I wish the sun remains perpetually on the roof of Nimsr. And let us not see the grey clouds we should see for the rains. And we are building rainwater harvesting tanks also. But then, let the rains be for us to grow, flourish, prosper, and be glorified in the chapter of medicine. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm extremely delighted, and this event, Induction and Fresher'S program, will have a white coat ceremony in the end when we have the vote of thanks and before the closing prayer. Because my children, these 25 batch, has to wear the white coat henceforth regularly and till they attain their own profession. My dear students, the freshers, the students of the earlier batches, whether it's a personal challenge or a professional obstacle or simply meaning a boost in everyday life, the right words can really uplift you. I am very happy to see that all these contestants have added how they are being uplifted on a daily basis. That's what is required. And let's give them a big hand, because 3 cheers for the freshers, and they are all learning from the senior batches, and I really congratulate the senior batches for giving them the right direction. Thank you. As we all know, Hippocrates is the father of medicine. I'm not here to teach anything. Hippocrates is the father of medicine who has already given us a collection of 60 valuable books. And we have the Hippocratic Oath also, which we take, and there are certain other oaths and pledges which we take on a day-to-day basis. The most important thing is that it is always impossible, it seems impossible until it is done. And my dear students, batch of 23, 24, 25, doctors, faculty, staff, stakeholders, the leaders behind Nimsr, the Government of India and Government of Nagaland officials, the Directorate, the Secretariat, senior commissioners, chief secretaries, everybody, you only made it happen. The doors got opened and we got the new entries for the 23 batch, followed by 24 and 25. This was spoken by Nelson Mandela, and Nimsr has been following it since its day one, that nothing is impossible. And from the word impossible comes the word possible and possible. In the words of Lewis Carroll, the only way to achieve the impossible is to believe that it is possible. And my dear students, believe that you can do it, and you are already halfway into it. Though it is said starry beginnings, it is starry, definitely, but you are halfway into it. 23, 24, you are, and 25, you are to start it. Thank you so much. Success is not final and failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. It was told by Winston Churchill. And I'm so delighted to see that my freshers have said that reading books is their habit, hobby, and they love it. They want to be in a privacy, and one of them said that if you want to know a good book, please come to me. So I will be your first candidate. Thank you so much. So you miss 100% of shots you don't take, because students sometimes bunk classes, bunk the exams. So I always say there's a chance of 50-50. If you appear in exam, 50% chance you will pass, 50% chance you may not. What is there? Failure is not fatal. There is always success behind it. And let us not count the failures in life. that will be actually a hindrance to our growth. Failure is the pillar of success. So my dear students, please learn, please take it by heart that please do not feel troubled if you fail, because all of us have failed in certain activities in our lives. Not everything is a success. Nobody can say that all are success stories. Success is built, success is created, but the behind it success runs the stories of failures, which are very important learning lessons for all of us. My dear students, the freshers, the senior students, strength does not come from physical capacity, but from indomitable will. Who said it? None other than the father of our nation, Mahatma Gandhi. So I'm sure you have the will to succeed, and I could see it in the eyes of my freshers. I have already seen it in the eyes of my other batches of students, the two batches, which have made me proud at every moment, which have made Nimsr proud at every second, which has made the government of Nagaland proud at every minute, and which has made India proud at every hour. So a big thank you to all the students of Nimsr, and a special thanks for the starry beginning of my 25 batch of fresher students. Truly, life is 10% what happens to us and 90% how we react to it, and that was told by one of my fresher students in a different language. I would like to emphasize the importance of persistence and self-improvement, urging all of you to embrace the process no matter how difficult it is. The path is difficult. The path is having certain thorns. But don't be afraid, my dear students, my lovely students, 23, 24, 25 and students to come. Because there are doctors, faculty, staff, senior officials, government officials, our chief guest, our other guests, they will all tell you the stories and they will all ask you to embrace the difficulty. The more you embrace, the more resilient you become. The more is your perseverance, and you will definitely be a winner, and you will craft the starry beginning for the next batch. Thank you so much.
battle, he moves with the speed and heat of captured fire.
Contestant number 6 enters the arena, a warrior forged in darkness and crowned in terror, bringing with him the promise of fear. Furian, the echo of forgotten battles.
She will prick her finger on the spindle of the spinning wheel.
The one and only, the global phenomenon, DJ Marshmallow!
A crazy soul with a passion for art and design. My favorite dress is just a fashion. It's a reflection of my creativity and sustainability.
Beauty. Ink lines shape my quiet art until every crease becomes a
For the abducted Earthling.
The plague doctor is both a savior and a spectre of doom. As disease ravaged tiresome, these will roam the streets like a dark body, armed with mysterious tool and a chilling purpose. On tricking her. It calls me. I am the daughter of a village chief. We are descended from voyagers of other.
Throughout sweet hope.
Work while they all play. You play awaken.
Marked by destiny, forged by courage, and known to all as the boy who lived. Presenting Harry Potter!
And learn from the leaders of the past. For unity is the light that guides us towards peace and progress. God bless Nagaland.
ventures. And I like to collect badges. So is anyone here with me? And starting college is like...
I feel privileged to be a part of this program, and I thank God for giving this special day to come together and celebrate this Induction come Fresher'S Day 2025. Dear Freshers, I would like to tell you that from today onwards, you are entering into the world of medical profession. You are going to start a new chapter of your life. You may have so many emotional reactions. You may have different views during initial phase of your career. So I would like to request each and every one of you to focus on the core values of compassion, hard work, integrity, and lifelong learning in serving humanity. We all know there will be challenges as well as opportunities ahead. As a young Mbbs students, you all must cultivate a deep sense of dedication, as medical profession demands commitment, discipline, and compassion from the beginning. Years of study lay the foundation to take care and to take a trusted decision in future, often involving life and death. By approaching your studies and clinical trainings with sincerity and willingness to learn, as a young medical students, you will shape your career, not only your career, but you will also contribute to the well-being of the community and society as well. So stay focused, my dear students, work hard, and stay ethically grounded to help to develop your knowledge, skill, and mindset that are being required to become a responsible doctors in future. Dedication today become the excellence and competence the patient will trust tomorrow. Be innovative to bring transformative changes in the healthcare system with fresh perspective. After you become a doctor, the primary goal is to serve and to treat patients by becoming a responsible and accountable physician. The medical profession is an honor and a privilege which will focus on the well-being of others. Our director has given one quote by Muhammad Gandhi. Let me also give you one quote. Here he says, "The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others." So kindly, I request each and every young students to inculcate the quality of service above self. Medicines can cure diseases, but only doctors can cure patients. A good doctor's touch, a good doctor's words will help in easing the pain and can be as powerful as medicines. So it says the best physicians treat the patients, not the disease alone. So uphold the high ideals and principle of medical ethics, ensuring that patients' well-being is always the priority. My dear young students, I would like to request each and every one of you to navigate your journey because it's a lifelong learning. Medical sciences is one of the most rapidly evolving in this world because we see new researchers constantly uncovering better ways to diagnose, prevent, and treat diseases. Advancement in technology also keep pushing the medical world. Emerging new diseases force the medical field to adapt and quickly innovate that accelerates discoveries and improve medical knowledge. The vast medical syllabus is just the beginning, so commit for continuous learning and stay updated with the latest evidence-based knowledge, not just for your exam, but for your entire career. We all know that the journey to become a doctor is demanding, very demanding, involving countless hours of hard work and sleepless nights. There will be challenges and disappointments which requires courage. Not only your theoretical knowledge, but attend your clinical classes as well, because practical experience will build a strong foundation for your career. Inculcate the spirit of resilience and patience. Treat all individuals with dignity and respect, regardless of their background. Try to become an agent of change and try to be a ray of hope, because it says doctors are considered as next to God for their ability to save lives and to alleviate suffering. So embrace that profound impact that you are going to have in future and bring smiles to the face of people, those who are in pain, and those who are having pain, and serve the people with good intention. You will be having a ceremony of wearing a white coat. Let me tell you one thing. Wear that white coat with dignity and pride, remembering that it is the calling that offers a unique combination of intellectual and moral interests that found in no other profession. My dear young students, put your extra effort, study hard, do well, equate well to face the challenges until you say, I'm a doctor now. The chapter that you are learning is going to save someone's life tomorrow. So this is the best time and this is the training ground to equip yourself so that you become the best, the most trusted doctors tomorrow. Thank you so much and all the best. Thank you.
I just want you to know who I am.
Now I don't move around about too much as I used to. I'm most of the time homebound in Fresher'S. So you know much better the things that are deteriorating so threateningly. So from my greatly reduced knowledge of what is going on, I want to focus our discussion on what we all know is our common enemy. We are very much aware that we are boxed in, surrounded on all sides by Bangladesh, Myanmar, Tibet, which is now under China, or Tibet of China, shall we say. And what they imply, the implications of these huge realities within which we, small communities just emerging in the 20th century, our history is very young, although as human beings we are as old as anybody in the world. But our exposure to challenges of the changing world is so recent, barely 100 years. And within this, we're trying to respond in a way that will solve our problems. But as we all know, apart from a very few like you who are able to handle the challenges and showing what you can do, as we see some of it this morning, so evident. Our society, the majority, are in great despair and insecurity because instead of our responses are so inadequate to the challenges coming to us that we are, instead of solving problems, adding more problems. And I don't need to say what that means. We are all experiencing it all around. And therefore, I want to say, let us focus our attention on all what we're all aware of. Human selfishness. I went to study in Madras Christian College. It turned out that I was the first Naga to go there. That was 55. And there, soon after I arrived, I had traveled through from Dimapur, then through Guwahati, everything started to be new. Then changing at every river because there were no bridges. To Howrah, I completely stunned and frightened. How are we going to have any future? We went south, and when we reached our college, in a short time, soon after our admission, there was an international group from different parts of from Australia, from UK, New Zealand, and Europe, who were representing the idea of, at that time, known as moral rearmament, MRA. Today it is now called Initiatives of Change, as you've heard. And there was a meeting called, because two of our professors, a professor of English and a professor of mathematics. The professor of mathematics was a well-known Professor Dr. Kibble, the father of the Kibble of Imperial College in London, the Kibble effect, the man, that man. So these two were dedicated to the ideas of this moral rearmament. And we were invited to come to a meeting if you wanted to know about it. So about 8 or 9 of us went from different colleges. I went there. And they explained to us that it is to remake the world, starting change in yourself every day or whenever necessary. To remake the world, I said the world needs remade, I know that very well. But to start with yourself, that's exciting and frightening. But I could never get over it. And the German said, I can go on explaining and explaining. But this idea is based on each one listening to the still small voice and learning to obey it better and better, deeper and deeper. And so that you are able to pass it on to others, not because you're preaching some ideas, but it's your experience. So he said, let us have a time of silence for 4 or 5 minutes, and see whatever thoughts are coming to you. Whatever thoughts. Piece of paper to give it to each one of us, pen, pencil. Write down whatever will be coming to you. So, as a Naga from Nagaland, I'm used to praying and even shouting to God, do this, after all you are God, so you do it, but I don't listen to any idea that he would be expecting me to listen to him. It never crossed my mind, certainly not me. So for 2 minutes, I was just sitting there feeling very awkward, very embarrassed. I didn't hear any voice. But in the third minute, a thought came to me, so I wrote down, you are a very selfish man. I wrote it down. You are jealous of so-and-so, so-and-so. It was becoming long, so I stopped it there. You love nobody. I wrote it down. Your hate comes from your selfishness. And so on. And so I stopped there. Well, I'm getting a lot of very interesting thoughts. I thought they were so simple that it didn't impinge on me. But as I wrote down, I felt that I was doing something, a small step that was different. So the time came, my friends shared their thoughts. My turn came, I said, nothing important, nothing important. Now we are all very busy, so let me not take of your time, nothing important. The chairman said, we would like to hear from you also, Mr. Iralu. So I read out these thoughts. You are a very selfish man. And at the end, the chairman said, thank you for your courage and honesty. If you will listen and obey the way you have shared just now and act, then you will be shown how to help your people and the world in the ways that you are meant to. And I said, I never thought I was a courageous man. That I thought I was a very cowardly man. My friends at that time, that was 1957, 55. My friends, like you may have heard of General Mo, and later Isaac Su, they had started to go for training in the jungle for guerrilla warfare to defend our story, our facts, and our position as we had maintained up to that time. When they said I was courageous, I said, maybe I'm being shown that if you're afraid, if you do the right thing, there is real courage. So after that, I went back to my room and I started to practice it, get up earlier in the morning and try to be silent for about 15 minutes and see what heaven was telling me. And the first days I just listened and I said, my God, this is becoming more and more difficult. But one morning the thought came, you said you are a very selfish man, that you wrote down. In what ways? So I knew immediately what it was. My room had a very weak bulb and my eyes not too good, even at that time, from that time on. And I took my 25-watt bulb to the common bathroom down the corridor, and my problem was solved. But when my friends came to the toilet, it was after midnight, everyone had gone, I went and did a change. They said, what happened to our light? It became so weak. I didn't say, well, I just went back to my room. Then the next morning I listened. Well, that's how you take advantage of others and others pay for your selfishness. On the huge scale, that is how Nagaland, the whole of India, is in danger of collapsing, where the needs of the hopeless people will not be met. That made sense immediately. So I decided to put it right. So another midnight, I went back and changed the light and came back. My friend said, our light has come back. What has happened? I didn't say anything. But the third time I was trying to listen again. Of course, I pray at all that I needed to pray for. Very important. But every time I added listening, just silent listening. And this time, the thought came, you must go and see Professor Gavin Martin, the most popular English professor in our college. Such a wonderful professor that even I could understand what he was saying. So I decided to go and see him, go and tell the truth. I said, why you have done it? Why go there? But the inner voice said, that's going far enough. You have to go far enough. I went and knocked on his door, our warden. He opened the door and said, Mr. Ralu, what is it? Well, sir, it's not important. I'll come in. So we went in. He sat me on the sofa and sat opposite me and said, what is it? I said, sir, I have come to say that I played with college property. You are warden of one of the 3 halls, important halls. I have come to simply say to you in the experiment I'm making, I'm sorry I played with college property. If I do this, and if everybody does this sort of thing, where will the college be in its maintenance? And so I have come to say, I'm sorry, I put it back, but I'm ready to be punished, whatever it was. I thought at that time he would start laughing at me and slapping me on the shoulder and say, this poor Naga from the frontier, always very backward in the class, trying very hard to follow the lectures. This fellow, he is so worried about such a little thing, and now he's telling me to do such a simple, stupid thing. I thought as an intellectual professor, he would laugh at me like that. And all my class friends, they were Tamilians, Karnatakas, the Malayalis, Kerala, Sri Lanka, Malaysia, all were such brilliant students. I thought they would be laughing at me. I was very afraid of that. Instead of that, after I said to him, he stretched out his hand, shook my hand and said, well done, keep it up. No punishment, no question, go, well done. When he said, well done, keep it up, I felt that I was discovering something new. I went back to my hall feeling that I had changed the world. Of course, that's not true, or Nagaland, not true. But I realized that I had done something which I feel is very important. Obeying what you know is right, which I think is in many teachings of the old religions is there. The Sanskrit sloka in the Gita, the teaching is, do what you know is your duty, right? Do what you know is your duty, leave the result to him, it's not your business. We are to do what we are shown to be right, and what needs to be done in any situation, big or small. Then there is a chance of the world becoming slightly better and better and better. Otherwise, if we only do what we can do, and what in so doing we'll get a praise or advantage for ourselves, the world is sliding down to a black hole all of us are creating. For me, that is why I thought to share this little story. I went on to do a number of things to put things right with my arithmetic teacher for teaching an exam, and so on and so forth. They are tiny things. But I learned that I was being shown a roadmap. After what I did, in getting honest with my father, he was put as a state political prisoner in Nagong Central Jail after he had retired from Assam Medical Service. He was feeling very bitter and full of self-pity. And this government he had served now had put him in jail. Mainly because, as the superintendent of jail told him, mainly because he was the brother-in-law of Mr. A.Z. Fizo. And so at that time he got my letter. And The letter I received from my father about how he was going to treat my mother differently, something we felt very deeply, because he was saying, why has my salary, where has it disappeared? I know all these things happen in our families, I think. The things that are hurt and that are kept inside, humiliation, sadness in our family, if they are not healed, I'm afraid everything starts crashing down in due course. For me, I at that time said, I have been shown a roadmap. It is clear I'm not going to become a Shakespeare professor, a Shakespeare scholar, or Milton authority, but I have been shown a roadmap. That's why I have come all the way. Heaven or God has led me to this college for this. It became clear. I think that kind of clarity we follow is what will lead to possibilities that our society needs, possibilities of hope and brightness. I learned that we must praise God. We must shout our love for Him. I think God knows that, and it's good for us. But I believe that what God is more interested in is our obedience to what He tells us to do and to be. I think that comes down to each one of us being so important, not just a few people, somebody, church leader, religious leaders, or political leaders, social leaders. But each one of us becoming so important because each one of us is made in His own image, as it says in Genesis. And that will reveal to us that society doesn't change just like it's like turning off and on an electric light. But it changes through people, more and more people deciding to do what needs to be done because it is right. I was very glad to see Harry Potter mentioned with that little thing he showed. Harry Potter, we remember, at the time, one of those critical moments when Dumbledore, his guru, his guide, came and he was facing a great challenge again, always facing a huge challenge. Dumbledore appeared and said, all of us must know that the choice between what is right and what is good and what is easy. What is good and what is right and what is easy. During the pandemic lockdown, and nobody went out, I didn't go anywhere at that time, and I was trying to understand. I realized that every moment you and I, every moment, every day, we are facing what is right and what is easy. And if I choose what is right and what challenges me, I see that there's a door opening, and I see it's absolutely challenging, difficult. But I see hope for myself and hope for others if I say I cannot accept anything less. But if I choose the other one, that is, it tempts me, it's a temptation. I choose that which tempts me immediately. But in no time I'm opening my way to darkness, which gets darker and darker. And I think all of us know that every moment of our time. And so I feel that is one thing I want to share with all of you who are going to go out and impact our society.
I'm about to leave. Do you got plans tonight? Can't get you off my mind. Can't get you off I'm a couple hundred miles from Japan. I was thinking I could fly to your hotel tonight.
Multimedia 2025 is contestant number. It's contestant number 6, Rokosele Pira. Shall we all give a big round of applause to contestant number 6? Contestant number 20, Nilu Katiri. Contestant number 20.
And now I shall announce the subtitle for Mr. and Miss Creativity. And the Mr. Creativity goes to contestant number 8, Singling Paul. And the Miss Creativity goes to contestant number 20, Nilu Katuri.
So the winner for Mr. Versatile goes to contestant number 4. And now the winner of Miss Versatile goes to contestant number 18.
Ask you a question. You can ask me to repeat the question again if you want to hear it again. So, what is the kindest thing that someone has done for you that you will never forget, and how would you translate it into your actions as a doctor? I can repeat the question again?
Yes, please, ma'am.
What is the kindest thing that someone has done for you that you will never forget? And how would you translate it into your actions as a doctor?
Thank you so much for your question, ma'am. The kindest thing that somebody has done, it is not just for me, but for my family as a whole. It was when we were in a financial need for when I needed admission into this college. And when we needed that financial aid, there was one family who we are not very familiar with yet. We were acquainted, and they helped me with all the financial aid. They aided me financially for the admissions, and I believe that that has played a big role in my life, because If they hadn't helped me or if they hadn't shown grace to our family, I wouldn't be here today. And I would implement that grace, that mercy into my life as a doctor, because being a doctor, it doesn't only mean you need to have the knowledge or the wisdom to be able to treat people, but I believe that the kindness and the grace that you show to others, be it financially, emotionally, or psychologically, it helps people move out of their times of, when they are in times of need. It helps people, and I believe that as a doctor, if only I can show a bit of grace and a mercy, then it would make a big change in their lives as it did for mine. Thank you.
So, the question is, have you ever had a misconception or an opinion about that, something, and that has recently changed? What is it and why? Any opinion or misconception, anything that you had, that you used to strongly think about and feel about, which has recently changed, and what and why it has changed?
Thank you so much, ma'am, for the question. An opinion that I strongly approved and I believed for a long time was, first impression is the last impression. I used to believe that when I meet new people, their first impression, it stays in my memory, and then that's how I perceive them. But as I have grown older, as I have come into this college, I'm seeing that people take time to reveal themselves, their real self, and with time, friendship grows stronger, relationships grow stronger, you get to know people better. So I believe that this conception of mine has changed after coming in this institution. Thank you so much for the question, ma'am.
So, question for you, contestant number 5, that how do you define confidence in yourself?
Thank you for such lovely question. It's tricky, but I can define it easily. First of all, confidence is zero in me. I realize my confidence when I fail in NEET exam. It's so pressure, depression, so much, and parents' expectations and everything. But when when mother say, "But son, you can do it," तुम कर सकते हो इसको, तो हम में एक अलग ही वो जागता है जो कॉन्फिडेंस को डिफाइन भी नहीं कर पाएगा. मुझे ऐसे लगा, मैं बहुत पढ़ा, मैं फिर भी पास नहीं हुआ, फेल हुआ, लेकिन हार नहीं मानी, पर कॉन्फिडेंस उस टाइम भी बूस्ट नहीं हुआ. और नीट का पेपर सिर्फ 1 मंथ लेटर था और मुझे कुछ नहीं आता था. मैं फिर भी मदर ने बोला कि तुम कर सकते हो, एंड फादर एंड टीचर्स, और आई एम वेरी ग्रैंड टू टीचर्स, बट दे हेल्प मी वेरी मच. होल ईयर दे ट्रीट मी लाइक दैट आई एम नथिंग, but the last month they treat me like I am their son. So it's great about them, their motivation, their thoughts, summaries, all, and I finally work on it and I crack it and I hear it. And I also want to say something, that I accept something different, but when I come here, I realize that God gave, भगवान ने भेजा है तो सही जगह भेजा है, कुछ सोच के भेजा है. So I really love this and my bestmates and all. Thank you so much.
तुमको यारा, तुमसे कोई अच्छा है था, तुमसे कोई प्यारा, यूं नजरे ना फेरो तुम, मेरे हो मेरे तुम, कह दो ना, you are my Sonia. Hey, कह दो ना, you are my Sonia.
First, we'll announce the winner for Mr. Fresher'S 2025. Any guesses from the audience? Bring in some more energy. Any guesses? Okay, I'm hearing a lot of guesses. So, your Mr. Fresher 2025 is contestant number 8.
We shall now announce the winner for Miss Fresher'S 2025.
The winner for Miss Fresher'S 2025 is... Any guesses? Contestant number 17, Nippon and